Welcome. This is Janis Ahmed with the daily roundup of news from the US and around. First, the headline. Senator John McCain is returning to Arizona, but he will make the tax bill vote. Winter has yet to officially start, but snow is already piling up in some parts of upstate New York. Hundreds get sick on Royal Caribbean cruise. Again, this is the second time in less than a month. State environmental officials say a total of 407 bears were killed during New Jersey's extended bear hunt this year. A memorial paying tribute to the 173 people who died on the Bethnal Green Tube disaster during World War II has been officially unveiled. All eyes are on Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh as stage is set for counting of votes. National Victory Day was celebrated by a permanent mission of Bangladesh in New York and the community members. Now the details. Senator McCain is returning to Arizona, but he will make the tax bill vote. Senator John McCain is heading home to Arizona to continue recovering from the side effects of chemotherapy for a brain tumor and will not be in Washington for the tax vote this week. Two sources close. John McCain confirmed to a news agency. McCain is unlikely to return to Washington this year, one of the sources said, but his ability to get on a plane to Arizona was a good sign, it was also reported. McCain left Walter Reed Medical Center exhausted but okay, a Republican close to him said. McCain's daughter, Meghan McCain, confirmed that the senator would be in Arizona for Christmas. Thank you to everyone for their kind words. My father is doing well and we are all looking forward to spending Christmas together in Arizona, she tweeted Sunday afternoon. The Republican senator was admitted into hospital on Wednesday after missing a third straight day of votes in the Senate. McCain suffers from a type of brain tumor called a glioblastoma. He was diagnosed with a tumor following surgery to remove a blood clot in July. Passage of the tax bill, however, does not hinge on McCain's support because of the GOP has a 52-by-48 vote advantage in the Senate. Vice President Mike Pence can also cast a tie-breaking vote should it come to that. The White House and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's office have been planning for McCain's potential absence during the tax bill vote, making Tennessee Republican Senator Bob Corker's announcement Friday that he would support the plan critical. Last week, sources in the Senate told a news agency that they were worried about McCain recently following a week when the Arizona Republican was kept from the Senate to address side effects from his brain cancer. Winter has yet to officially start, but snow is already piling up in some parts of upstate New York. According to the National Weather Service, the areas with the most snow are in Oswego and Lewis counties, which get clobbered each year with snow drifting across the eastern edge of the Lake Ontario. And it's the usual places. The tiny town of Redfield in Oswego County is leading the state with 82.6 inches of snow as of Friday. So at this rate, Redfield is a place for its second straight national recognition. Last year, it won the USA Today's Network first annual Golden Snowdrift Award after getting 350.5 inches of snow, which equals more than 29 feet. These are certain areas of New York that get more snow than others, said meteorologist Christina Special of the National Weather Service. Those parts usually by Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, and that's due to lake effect snow. Copenhagen in a neighboring Lewis County is so far in second place with 74.1 inches, while Oswego, also in Lewis County, had 49.8 inches of snowfall, the Weather Service said. Golden in Erie County was fourth at 47.7 inches. Poughkeepsie had 7 inches of snow. So far across most of New York, the amount of snowfall this year has been average far below, the agency said. There is snow on the way for parts of New York this weekend, with between 3 to 5 inches of snow could fall in northern Erie County and the surrounding areas Friday and Saturday, while some snowfall was also expected in New York City on Friday, with the possibility of snow in the Hudson Valley and Rochester on Friday evening too. Hundreds get sick on Royal Caribbean cruise, and this is the second time in less than a month. More than 300 passengers became ill on a Royal Caribbean cruise out of Florida last week, the second time in less than a month that sickness swept through passengers and crew on one of the cruise's line ship. Royal Caribbean said 332 cases of gastrointestinal illnesses were reported on the Independence of the Seas before it returned Saturday to Port Everglades, Florida, after a 5-night cruise. One of the passengers described a horrific scene of people throwing up in elevators while going to the ship's medical facility. Royal Caribbean spokesman Owen Torres said the number of people sickened represented only about 6% of more than 5,000 passengers and crew. Those affected by the short-lived illnesses were treated by our ship's doctors with over-the-counter medication, Torres said. We hope all our guests feel better quickly. The cause of the illnesses was not immediately released, but Torres said Royal Caribbean conducted intensive sanitary procedures to minimize the risk of the further issues. Ship underwent additional cleaning procedures and then left Saturday on its next cruise. The outbreak came days after a Royal Caribbean cruise ship concluded a 2-week cruise on December 7 from Singapore to Australia that saw more than 200 people become sick. Mark Witch, a physician and director of public health in Australia's Tasmania state, said 5 people required treatment at Royal Hobart Hospital. Royal Caribbean cruise employs 60,000 people from more than 120 countries who have served more than 50 million guests over more than 40 years, according to corporate websites. Final numbers are in from New Jersey's black bear hunt. Governor-elect Phil Murphy has said he will halt the bear hunt. State environmental officials say a total of 407 bears were killed during New Jersey's extended bear hunt this year. The year's 16-day hunt was the longest of the 10 hunts held since 2003, when the state ended a 3-decade ban on bear hunting, NewJersey.com reports. Hunters bagged 382 black bears overall during both segments of the scheduled 12-day hunt in October and December, but only 21 of the 135 Bruins called had been tagged or documented prior to the hunt, so it was extended for 4 days and extended Sunday. A record 636 bear were killed during the 2016 hunt. Bethnal Green World War II Tube Disaster Memorial was unveiled. A memorial paying tribute to 173 people who died in the Bethnal Green Tube disaster during World War II has been officially unveiled. 27 men, 84 women, and 62 children were killed, and 300 people were caught in a crush in the East London Tube entrance on 3rd March 1943. The Stairway to Heaven Memorial was unveiled at a ceremony attended by survivors of the tragedy. Sadiq Khan, who was at the ceremony, said it was humbling to attend. The Mayor of London said it beggars belief that more than 70 years on there has been no memorial, adding that it was really important that we honor and remember those who perished. The tragedy 74 years ago was the worst civilian disaster of World War II, with nearly 100 people also injured. Crowds were rushing into the underground when one woman tripped, causing other people to fall, and they were crushed in the pitch black. It was estimated about 300 people were wedged in the stairwell, which measured about 4.5 meters by 3.4 meters, accordingly to the Stairway to Heaven Memorial Trust. Survivor Joseph Walker, who was at the ceremony, said it was fantastic to see the memorial unveiled. Londoner was 8 when he got caught in the crush and spent 9 months in hospitals recovering, having suffered damage to his spine, legs, neck, and arm. You were just pushed in a wave, but luckily for me, it was at the bottom so I could breathe. And all eyes are on Gujarat and Himachal as stage is set for counting of votes. Counting of votes will be held tomorrow for the Gujarat and Himachal Assembly polls, viewed as a prestige battle for Prime Minister Narendra Modi and litmus test for new Congress President Rahul Gandhi. While the BJP is seeking a 6th straight in Gujarat, the Congress is aiming to stage a comeback in power after being in the opposition for over 2 decades. results are expected to have a bearing on the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, as Modi had come to power in 2014 based on the Gujarat model of development. The much-awaited results of the keenly fought elections will be announced on December 18, when the counting of votes will be held at 37 centers across the state's 33 districts amid fight security. Voting was held following an acrimonious campaign where both the main political parties indulged in no-holds-barred attack on each other. Modi led the campaign for the BJP, while Rahul Gandhi was the pivot of the Congress electioneering. Gandhi persistently attacked Modi and the BJP for not talking about the future of Gujarat and skipping key issues being faced by the people of the state. Congress also staged about a broad social coalition with prominent Dalit leaders in its bid to unseat the BJP in power for over 2 decades. The influential Patidar community, which accounts for around 12% of the state's population, could prove to be the X factor in the polls, in which Patel pledged support for the Congress and appealed to the people to uproot the BJP this time. As the campaign was nearing its end, the development took a backseat and caste and religious issues received prominence. An average 68.41% polling was recorded in the two-phase assembly elections in Gujarat. According to the final figures released by the Election Commission, the voter turnout in the second phase of balloting on December 14 for 93 seats of North and Central Gujarat stood at 69.99%. In the first phase of polls held on December 9 for 89 seats in Surat and South Gujarat, 66.75% voting was recorded. The total voter turnout this time has seen a dip of 2.9% as compared to the 2012 polls, and 71% polling was registered. In terms of numbers of total 4,035 crore registered voters, 2.97 crore exercised their right to franchise in the elections held on December 9 and 14. The permanent mission of Bangladesh in New York celebrated the National Victory Day with fanfare. Permanent mission of Bangladesh in New York hosted an event for the Bangladeshi community to celebrate the 47th Victory Day on the evening of 16 December 2017. During the program, messages from the Honorable Prime Minister and Sheikh Hasina were read out. During the discussion meeting, several eminent leaders shared their experiences of struggle of liberation. In his remarks, His Excellency Mr. Masood bin Momen, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Bangladesh to the UN, called upon every Bangladeshi to contribute in their own way for a Bangladesh free of hunger and want. He referred to the dream of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman of a Bangladesh where there would be peace, progress and religious harmony. A large number of expatriate Bangladeshis attended the event. The event was covered by Millennium TV USA.
বাংলাদেশ ১৭ কোটি মানুষ তারা আজকে একজনের নেতৃত্বে তারা আবদ্ধ হতো। আজকে 2021 সালের মধ্যে মধ্যমানের দেশ হবে, 2041 সালের মধ্যে উন্নত দেশ করে জাতির জনবঙ্গবন্ধুর সেই অসমাপ্ত কাল আমরা সেদিন প্রতিষ্ঠিত করব। এবং সেই 15 আগস্টে সহকর্মীরা যারা তাদের মার্সিডিজ দিয়ে হত্যা করেছে তার প্রতিশোধ নেব আমরা 2041 সালে উন্নত দেশ করে।
অনেক খ্যাতি অর্জন করেছেন
এবং তারপর পরবর্তীতে 2041 সালে উন্নত দেশ হওয়ার যে আমাদের পরিকল্পনা আছে সেদিকে আমরা দ্রুত এগিয়ে যাব। এবং এই ব্যাপারে আমরা আহ্বান করব যে প্রবাসী আপনারা যারা আছেন তাদের সব ধরনের সহযোগিতা আমরা পেয়ে এসেছি। বিশেষ করে তাদের যে রেমিটেন্স, সেটা বাংলাদেশের উন্নয়নে একটা অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা রেখে আসছে, সেটা আমাদের নেতৃবৃন্দ আজকে অনেকেই বলেছেন। এবং আমরা আশা করব যে যেই মূল মন্ত্রের উপর ভিত্তি করে আমাদের স্বাধীনতা অর্জিত হয়েছিল, অর্থাৎ একটি শোষণমুক্ত অসাম্প্রদায়িক একটা বাংলাদেশ, যেখানে কোনো রকমের ধর্মীয় সংকীর্ণতা থাকবে না, সেই লক্ষ্যে যেন আমরা এগিয়ে যেতে পারি, সেটা আমাদের সংকল্প হোক। আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি বাংলাদেশে এবং এই যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের সহ অন্যান্য জায়গাতেও ধর্মীয় অন্ধত্ব এবং অন্যান্য যে সমস্ত সংকীর্ণতা আছে সেগুলা আমরা আবার মাথাচাড়া দিয়ে উঠছে সাম্প্রদায়িক শক্তি। এবং তাতে করে বাংলাদেশের যে ভাবমূর্তি আমরা রক্ষা করতে চেষ্টা করি বা আরো বাড়াতে চেষ্টা করি বাংলাদেশের সহ বিশ্বের দরবারে, সেটা অনেকখানি ব্যাহত হয়। সে ব্যাপারে আপনাদের সকলের কাছে আমরা আহ্বান জানাবো, আপনারা যেন সজাগ থাকবেন এবং আপনারা যেন এই ধরনের কর্মকাণ্ডের প্রতিবাদ জানাবেন এবং যাতে করে নাকি আমরা আমাদের দৃঢ় লক্ষ্য নিয়ে আমরা এগিয়ে যেতে পারি সামনের দিকে।
হে আল্লাহ, এই মহান বিজয় দিবসে আপনার নিকট প্রার্থনা করছি মহান মুক্তিযুদ্ধে আত্মদানকারী 30 লক্ষ শহীদের রুহের শান্তির জন্য। প্রার্থনা করছি সম্ভ্রম হারানো 2 লক্ষ মা বোনের জন্য। আমাদের স্বাধীনতার উপকার জাতির জনক বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান ও তার শাহাদত বরণকারী পরিবারের সদস্য জাতীয় 4 নেতা শহীদ বুদ্ধিজীবীগণের রুহের মাগফিরাত কামনা করছি।
Also in Bronx, and even celebrating the 47th Victory Day was also celebrated by leaders of Bangladeshi. Leader of the Bengali community, Muhammad N. Majumdar, and other community members highlighted the significance of Victory Day and applauded those who had helped in the struggle for liberation at an event held at Starling Avenue in the Bronx. Speakers talked about the need to remember the day as a significant watershed event in the history of Bangladesh. Members of the diaspora also spoke, stressing the need to be proud of Bangla culture and history, and stressed the need to keep that alive on distant shores. Awards were also presented to NYPD 43rd Precinct in recognition of their services towards community and making New York City safe and secure. Event was covered by Millennium TV USA.
যুদ্ধে গিয়েছিলাম, ওই ডাকে সাড়া দিয়ে আমার মা বোনের ইজ্জত রক্ষার জন্য, আমার বাঙালি ভাইয়ের প্রাণ রক্ষার জন্য আমি গিয়েছিলাম। আমার মতন হাজার হাজার গ্রামের মানুষ যুদ্ধে গিয়ে প্রাণ দিয়েছে, তাদের কোনো নামগন্ধও নাই, তাদের কোনো লিস্টেও নাম নাই, সার্টিফিকেট তো দূর থাকে। সার্টিফিকেট কারা নিয়েছে? যারা সুবিধাবাদী।
ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি আগত সকল মিডিয়া এবং পত্রিকার সাংবাদিক।
Thank you very much for watching. Watch us at www.millenniumtv.org and do drop us a line at info@millenniumtv.net. This is Janisar Ahmed signing off from Millennium TV USA. We are bridging communities worldwide.